Welcome back, my gardening friends. Well, I'm just trying to sort this IBC out, and we've given it a bit of a scrub. Repaired the corner with a wee bit of silicone. Just used the bottom out of a bucket to cover that so we don't get any animals in. The frame, it is buckled and twisted, but it still holds the IBC nicely. And we've done a few adjustments to this corner. Mainly, I've took one pallet out. Now that holds one of those nicely, and this layer will hold two. I've give it a quick paint because once the IBC is on, that's it. So I'll just give you a few snippets of how we go on. This has got to hold 1 ton, remember guys. I've got a slab there and a few screws, and I hope for the best. Made sure I've got a piece of timber holding that as well. And we've got one support underneath, using the wall at the back as another support. Anyone putting one of these in, underneath there's a little bit of a swilly, obviously, so water can get out. Now if I let the water pressure fall on each side, it might split it, so I'm going to take some of this ply off. That's that cut out, and a lick of paint. That's now sitting a lot better. I've got screw holes at various locations, so I'll get that done. Please rain. Please. It hasn't got to be much very special to hold it down. 1 ton of water. It's just when it's empty, we don't want it blowing around. It won't hurt about the front, and it's a good time as well to make sure there's nothing in the valve. Always make sure that the tank's empty before you do that. I'm not that stupid, am I? That'd be ideal. And we've got room under here now for lots of the barrels, so I can get those in. So like I said, we can get this, I can get 5 drums this way. They're 10 litres, so we've got 50 litres there, another 50 litres here. We can stack these on top of one another because that's what they're designed for. And I found, or I've been given 2 20 litre AdBlue containers that are washed out, and these are obviously old ones, but now I've got somewhere away from the sun, because that is south, this is north, so the sun will hardly get at these. One, not to rot and make them go brittle, same as the tank at the top that we repaired. Now with plastic containers, there's very, very few that we always get that are for vegetable or what's they matter, so they're safe for us to use. But if they're free containers, then I'll give them a good wash out, and I take that chance that the plastic might steep into the food, which will get into our plants and obviously into the food chain. But at least I know what's caused it, and not what manufacturers put on our foods before we actually get them from the supermarkets. Right, I'm going to clear this area here. This is the nettle tea. I've emptied it in, all the stuff into there. The juices are over here. This will free up some more tubs, so I'll get on with that. Hold your noses while I do this one. Beautiful stuff. Forgot to turn the tap off. Never mind, we didn't lose much. And as I've told you before, the liquid plant food will give gases off and expand, so we always leave the top loose when they're like that. But guys, remember to tighten it up before you lift it up. Yeah, it got me. So all my drums, all the new ones are at the back, all the ones at the front. Now this has always been open, and I've had this pallet lying about for a while, so I'll be turning that into a door. Not today. Now I've got rid of the IBC and put it into its new place, I can put that container back down to here. I can strain this comfrey, and that comfrey will be going into one of these containers. Don't know which one it is at the moment. And we've got oh, that's the comfrey that's still got the thick leaves, so that's staying in there. And there's the nettles with all the flies. So I'm missing a drum. I'll find it. Oh no, it's here, isn't it? Silly me. That's the one I've got to empty so that I can put it up there with the other one. I've got these other drums off somebody else, made the lids to fit. That's quite easy to do. The drum has a flat piece there where it's cut from there, then you cut down that much. If it's got a bit of a slope on it, then that fits directly into there. And for rainwater butts, I've cut a hole in the top. Any water that lands on here goes inside. Minimum light, water stays nice and fresh. The giant marrow ended up having a bit of plant shock. It stopped, and then I realised, because I left the tub open, the birds had been in and uncovered all the roots and started pecking at the roots. So I've had to, when that was down, it was just restricting it, so I'm going to let it grow a bit, stop the birds from doing that. Hopefully that will get going. And then the tomatoes in the allotment greenhouse. I've had 5 off these because I tried to do a video with the passion flower and then come up here, and then I forgot to switch it off, so you got lots of pictures of the floor. But yeah, I've had 5 already, but look how compact those are. It's the same with this one. Now, a little bit of overwatering there, look. It's split, and it's definitely, but the tomatoes are right inside. Best not touch them too much because my hands still smell. Ooh. So I'll pick that one off that's split. I'll pop that one in my mouth. Grapevine's going mad. If you've watched my previous video, this is the difference. The other one is massive. This is probably at the same sort of stage, maybe a bit smaller. But at least the fruits are ripe on this one. Well, I feel like doing a rain dance. Come on rain, come on rain, hee hee. Just finishing off this comfrey, so that's how I sieve it. And when that lid's down, it'll look really tidy across here now. These 2 drums will always have now the mixing of nettles and comfrey. Those 2 drums can always stay there, and I'll just add to it. Over there I've got a nettle tea, and just behind it is the rest of the comfrey. I think I'll put it into those drums now and give it a good mix up. So I've tipped the slops in there, and learnt from time before, give it a good wash out now, because once it goes hard, you never get it out. I'll finish that off. I won't hurt adding more water to this. Quite strong concentrate here at the moment for the comfrey. Well, doesn't look like it's going to rain a lot unless we get a good load tonight, but never mind, we're ready for it now. Yes, and that bit of a pallet there, I'll make a nice door for that. I can store some of the things in there. Those 2 barrels can always stay there over the summer. They can store water over the winter. Those nicely settled. I've got a cover on that because I'm still missing 1 sheet. So I'm just waiting for a considerate person to dump one in a skip, and then I can get that covered, and that will give me a full complement on the shed. It's been like that 12 months. I'll be patient. They're quite expensive. I only need 1. I'm going to make myself some nice little name plates for those as well. Or I'll just be lazy and just draw on them again. Right. I'm getting there on this section of the plot. Well, stinky fingers or not. Oh, that one's let's get a bit of a blow and a wipe. Oh well, it'll taste good. Oh, fresh tomatoes. Happy gardening to you all. Thank you very much for commenting, subscribing, thumbs up, following my allotment journey. I know you've seen a bit of random stuff today, but when we turn up on the plot we do all sorts. Never thought I'd get another IBC. Good scrub, it's scrubbed up nice. It's in a nice place. Hopefully the 1 ton of water will stay. If not, I'll show you some great pictures of an IBC falling all over the floor. Hopefully I won't be underneath it. Till next time, my friends. Ta-ra for now.